Hey, check it.
What's going on, team? Coach Go here, and it's about that time to drop a new video. Today's video subject is, am I eating enough? And maybe I should consider eating a little bit more. I know that sounds crazy, and I know it sounds pretty counterproductive to some of your goals, but today we're going to talk about why it isn't. And first off, I don't know if you can notice, but I mean, that's a pretty stupid thing to say. First off, I'm wearing a sweater. All right, there you go. That's the fun fact of the day. Why am I wearing a sweater? Well, because it's getting pretty chilly out. And at least if you're in Canada, specifically Toronto, you definitely know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to colder weather. One of the body's natural instincts when it comes to colder weather is to put on body fat. Why do they do this? Well, we're hardwired for hibernation. We're hardwired for fight or flight, and this is our body's response to colder weather. You know, having a little bit more fat makes us less susceptible to things like diseases. I mean, even when it comes to like famines, obviously famines, there we go. Obviously famines aren't really a problem in North America. However, we want to make sure that we found a happy medium. All right, so we are going to roll that intro, and then we can talk a little bit more about what all this means. And, you know, should I eat more? It sounds pretty damn good to me. Let's figure it out. So, maybe there's some things to consider when it comes to eating more. Maybe it's more than just gluttony. So let's talk a little bit about that. Now, some things to consider would be, is my energy right? And what does this mean? It means throughout the day, do you feel sluggish, tired constantly? Do you always feel cold? Are you having really bad sleeps? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you need to dig deeper, all right? You need to figure out, number one, why are you sleeping so poorly? Is it because, you know, maybe you've got kids? Obviously, everyone's stressed out, so that could be a factor as well. Another thing to consider when it comes to sleep is, are you taking magnesium before bed? Are you finding ways to unwind before attempting to sleep? If the answer to all of these questions is still, if you've checked all the boxes, you've done all your homework, and you still can't figure out why you're not sleeping well, and why the energy throughout the day is all off, chances are you might actually need to eat more. And why is this? Well, you know, a lot of people, they tend to try to exercise their problems away, especially when it comes to a quarantine, especially when it comes to a pandemic, especially when it comes to just stress in general. And I for one, am definitely one of these people. I'm running 2 boot camps a day plus my workouts here and there, so I'm kind of guilty. And so what happens is your body just doesn't have enough energy to like replenish itself. It doesn't have enough energy throughout the day to get you through the day with a decent mood, with the energy that you need to tackle regular problems. Maybe you feel a little foggy throughout the day. All these are reasons to increase your calories. And then we start thinking about, well, where do my calorie or where does my caloric intake number come from? Well, it comes from like a general formula. And general formulas don't really work for everybody. So whether you use MyFitnessPal, whether you've used the BMR calculator, this is just an approximation of how many calories you need on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't take into effect your exercise background, the amount of muscle you have. It doesn't take into account your NEAT, so non-essential activity thermogenesis. You know, like there's so many different things. And I would honestly start by just like increasing maybe like 1 snack a day, whether that be like hummus and carrots, whether that be, you know, maybe you need a whole nother meal. So find out where it is that your energy starts to dip off and throw a little bit of calories in there. And don't feel guilty about doing this. Like, I'm not saying stuff your face with, you know, things like these. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if that's something you want to do, try it, play with it. I'm trying to encourage you guys to listen to your bodies, but also feel confident and comfortable enough to like move things around. You know, life isn't so linear. Stop getting into this habit of like, I need to eat 1,200 calories in order to lose weight, because what ends up happening is we plateau. When we plateau, we lose motivation, we lose the desire to keep going. The only reason why, you know, people stop is because, honestly, I believe that they plateau. And because if you keep seeing results, why the hell wouldn't you keep going? I mean, obviously life gets in the way, and so that could be a factor too, but straight up, you know, if I'm feeling better, if I'm looking better, you better believe I'm gonna keep doing it. So the moral of the story is, keep an open mind. Maybe you need more calories in order to get to where you need to get to, even if that's losing weight. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So, that being said, hopefully this video fired you up just a teensy bit to really figure out how to make yourself feel better on a daily basis. And again, I'm not saying turn to food to feel better. I'm saying use food as fuel and use it as an asset, because ultimately every calorie you intake is supposed to give you energy. Think about that every time we put something in our mouths. Obviously there's an opportunity to just eat guilt-free things, and I'm all for it. But let's just start focusing on us, you know? Let's start focusing on us right now. All right, team. If you like this, like, subscribe, comment, share. You know, and I've said this millions of times, it costs this many dollars to help a friend out. Not just me, but your friend who might be struggling with this. And let's get people focusing on them and feeling better each and every day. Have a great day.